So the first kind of run-in I had with you was kind of related to Hayward. There was a post that was kind of talking about how Hayward he hadn't really fit in with the team yet, and they were speculating that maybe he didn't have many friends on the team. And someone had commented, but wait, isn't Hayward really close with Baines? And then someone joked, yeah, and Tice. And then another guy joked, well, yeah, man, Boston's really segregated if it's all the white guys. So someone had already said that. They'd already made that joke. And then I posted the actual link. I said, yeah, apparently Baines, Hayward, and Tice all get together in their own private white guy club. And I posted the link that showed that, they hang out. Obviously, it's because they probably all have kids that is, the same age.
They do, yeah.
So that made sense. I was making a joke, but out of nowhere comes this guy named Big Australian Boat, who I had never even heard of before, who goes, hey, mods, when are you going to get rid of this guy? All he does is troll and bait. And then you tagged 2 mods. And I thought this was so curious because I've been on Reddit for a couple years and I didn't know who the mods were, and yet you did. And then I looked at your profile, and your profile showed that you'd only been around for about a month. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, who's this guy that has only been around for a month, that already has an axe to grind with me, knows the name of the Reddit moderators? That's interesting. So that was like the first kind of red flag. But honestly, it wasn't just me you were trying to ban. I found there was a post where you tried to get a guy by the name of NDGHD. You tried to get him banned. You tried to get a guy named Not a Soy Boy banned. And of course,
he should be banned. I think he was banned, actually.
And then of course, you wouldn't be a Reddit vigilante if you hadn't tried to get Bill Hondo banned as well. So you definitely at one point tried to get Bill Hondo banned. So it wasn't just me, but I was like, what is up with this dude? Why does he hate me? So I had this kind of right away. I'm like, I wonder if he's that guy who goes by Fuck You Larbird 33, or maybe he's one of these guys I pissed off in the past. So that was it, and a couple months go by, and then there's this kind of so Gordon Hayward scored 30 points against Minnesota, which was awesome. I was ecstatic about it. It was like the best game of the season at that point. And one of the top posts in the Reddit thread about this was a guy who goes, Bill Hondo and Tatum Betterfoltz are on suicide watch. And then Reese Chops 44 jokes, yeah, Larbird 33 already killed himself. So it was like the idea that we were expecting him to take 18 months. So his good performance, I get it. It's funny. Like we kill ourselves out of shame.
Right.
I didn't really think much of it. It was just funny that one of the top posts was basically joking that I killed myself. And then there were you had said basically it wasn't a big deal. You just said, would I get banned for saying good? Purely hypothetical, basically saying, would it be a bad thing if I said it'd be good if Larbird 33 killed himself? So that was your post, and I know that you did get a temporary suspension for that comment.
I did, yeah. They hit me with a 5-dayer for that one. Okay. So yeah. But
do you want to?
I thought it was interesting that there were multiple people suggesting suicide, and I was the one that got the 5-day. But I mean, that's kind of the hypocrisy. I think that my problem is less with people like you and Bill Hondo and more with the actual mods of the sub. I think they don't do a very good job of letting everybody have a good time. I think when you have a bunch of people together that are passionate about sports, specifically Boston sports, there's going to be some name calling involved. Like, right? I might call somebody a douchebag. They might call me a douchebag. I think that that's fine in the long run. I don't think that we have to regulate it like we're in kindergarten class and, you're not allowed to call a name like, he hit me or whatever. Like it's, let us have it for a little while. You know what I mean? Let us have at it. It's healthy. I got to be careful though, because they might remove this post if they hear this part. So, I mean, I guarantee they will.
They will probably.
Sorry,
they might delete this, but
you can cut that part out if you really
want
to.
Maybe we'll cut that part out.
Just cut that part out. Yeah. But in any case, it was not. It ended up not being very funny. I mean, maybe it was a little whatever. I mean, do I really want anybody to kill themselves? No. I mean, it was just kind of a little bit of internet trolling right there. So I do apologize for that post, Larbird 33.
Well, I appreciate it, B.A.B, Bill, Big Australian Boat. Obviously, I didn't think you actually wanted anyone to kill themselves. I didn't take it too personally. But basically, in the midst of your suspension, there is a username that goes by IDGAF_asshole. Basically, I don't give a fuck asshole.
Yeah.
And this guy was interesting because he hadn't made a post in over a year, and as far as I could tell, account solely existed to talk about vaping. He was on all these different vape electronic cigarette.
That's why you tell me to vape all the time.
So you told me that you're a vapor. So I'm like, okay, so this guy is a vape connoisseur. And just so happens, in the midst of your 5-day suspension, this guy comes out of nowhere. I joked that I was aware that people on Reddit hated me, and he, out of nowhere, comes out and says, then do us all a favor and either take the advice and kill yourself or get the fuck out of here. So I was like, okay. And then he basically...
Seems like an overreaction.
He starts following me around from thread to thread, basically saying, do it already. Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. And one thread after another, basically trying to cyberbully me into killing myself. And I got to be honest, I mean, immediately I'm like, wow, Big Australian Boat is really not taking the suspension well. He dug down deep and found his vape alt to come and talk shit about me. So don't tell me yet. I'm gonna guess who you are, but obviously I don't give a fuck. Asshole is top of my list, and I have to say that I believe I found a tell. I believe I found a tell that you two were the same, and this could be crazy, but so your account had existed for 5 weeks at that point, and in those 5 weeks you had used LMAO in your comments a total of 46 times. That's a lot of times to be laughing your ass off. It was just one post at one point, post after another is saying laughing my ass off, laughing my ass off, laughing my ass off. I'm scrolling through them right now. I'm like, wow, this guy really likes to laugh his ass off. And then likewise, I don't give a fuck asshole in a span of, his short account had done it a total of 27 times. So I'm looking at him, and it was just post after post after post of, once again, I don't give a fuck asshole just laughing his ass off, laughing his ass off. And I had to say, I mean, not only do you vape, but you laugh your ass off, and you both want to kill me. So, all right. So, anyways, but don't answer yet. You're familiar with Rumpelstiltskin, right?
Yes.
Okay. So, I'm gonna have 3 guesses here. 3 guesses, and if I get one of them right, you just have to come clean and tell me all of your different alt accounts. All right?
Fair.
All right. So, number 1, the first guess I'm gonna go with is the "fuck you, Larbird 33" account. Was that you?
No.
It wasn't you.
It was not me.
Okay. Because that guy had said some weird ass shit, and he definitely hated me. So
was that the one where you sent me the screenshots of the messages?
He had definitely said some very outlandish shit to me in these messages. Yeah. It was kind of homoerotic at points, but okay, not you. You're denied. Definitely not you.
Not me.
All right. The second one I'm gonna guess is I don't give a fuck asshole. That has to be you.
Not me.
Are you?
I'm telling you.
That's not
telling you. It's going to be very underwhelming.
So that guy who comes out of nowhere in the midst of your suspension to basically try to cyberbully me into killing myself, that's not you.
I promise that's not me.
Just a coincidence that you guys vape and all that.
I feel like a lot of people vape. I vaped in an Uber last night because the guy offered it to me. Like, I don't have a vape, but I mean, whatever. It is what it is.
All right, man. I'm gonna believe you, and I'm just gonna say, if this podcast doesn't go well, just reach out to him. You guys have a lot in common.
Maybe we can vape. I'm down.
All right, so
I don't mind vaping.
So
I'm not an enthusiast, but
my third and final guess, and maybe I will be totally wrong. Hopefully, you'll tell me who you are, anyways. But my third guess is that, and this guy hasn't posted in a couple months. It's the guy who goes by the username Nitto1337, Nitto1337. Is that you?
Where'd you come up with that one?
It's you, isn't it? So, like you said, I'm a crazy person. So I use the same machine learning, artificial intelligence technology that exposed Brian Colangelo's burner accounts. And what I did is I programmed a script that over the course of a few weeks data mined millions of Reddit posts on the Celtic sub and then pulled them into a database that analyzed the post content to find any kind of aberrations. So it looked at like text pattern, average post length, content similarities, the typical hours that they post on Reddit, that kind of stuff. And ultimately, it determined that you two were the same person just because it was pretty obvious in the kind of content you posted, but also because you're both very active in the weed stocks subreddit, 99.8% chance that you two are the same person.
Do you remember when I said you were paranoid?
But the other thing is that when you gave me your email address, I plugged it into Google and it showed me that your name was Nito1337. So I have to guess that you're the same person.
Well, okay. So here's the thing, Larbird33.
Yeah.
If that was me.
Yeah.
And that account had been, say, banned, I don't mind if Big Australian Boat gets banned because, I have, I'm like Michael Scott with paper companies. I have a million names. I could keep going. Sure. But if I were to come out and say that I'm using another account if that is something that I would do, like, I might get banned as well. So, I mean, I guess the thing is like,
okay,
if you want to, if you want a big reveal here, I'll reveal it. If we want to just kind of leave it,
let's
to your amazing detective skills.
Let's not confirm one way or the other.
It's totally up to you.
But is that your only major? Just answer two questions. Is that your only? Well, okay.
If it was,
was that your?
If
only
I only ever had 2 Reddit accounts, like, yes, probably.
And then not confirming that you are him or not, but do you have any knowledge of whether or not he is banned?
I do believe that he is banned. He's a good friend of mine. Yeah.
So I do remember. Here's the thing. I remember some of his posts. And
he was a great poster. League of Legends legend.
This is the thing, man. Like, I remember he posted a hype trailer. So he did this hype trailer before the 2018.
Great hype trailer. Am I wrong?
Hype trailer. And I remember he got it stolen by some random YouTube account.
That's right.
And not only that, and looking at his post history, I mean, I see this guy is a videographer, much like myself. He has a edit station that puts mine to shame, and he has a C100 Canon camera, which is better than the one I use. So I just want to say, man, you don't have to confirm one way or another, but assuming that that you make hype videos and you have that battle station similar to that, you and I should get along really well, because I don't know if you realize this, I make videos for a living, and we're obviously both Celtic fans. So do I, and apparently Celtic Nitto does too, or whoever, Nitto, whatever his name is. That's crazy. What a big coincidence. I think we do get along, and I listened to your podcast, and I'll be honest, like, I was expecting you to be some 60-year-old miserable shut-in that never saw the sun and just bitched online all day, and then I heard your podcast, and you're obviously not that. You're very well spoken and knowledgeable, which is why I definitely wanted to come on and chat with you. So it's nice to know that you're not what my mind created as your avatar. Fair enough, man. Fair enough. So let's put this drama behind us. You and I, we're good, right?
Absolutely. I agree. Let's put it behind us. Let's get along from it. It's nice to know kind of where you're coming from.
Yeah.
So I think that's nice.